it's Tana. Welcome back to the channel and another video for the Scrappy Tails Crafts. Today I pulled out a few things. I believe Spring Birds, Oopsy Daisy stamp set, and I forget what the leaves dies are called, but I didn't end up using those in today's video. So today I'm going to make two cards, and I've started out by doing masked versus unmasked scenes, and then it didn't matter because I ended up cutting masks for both cards anyway because I ink blended the backgrounds. So I still think they both turned out pretty. There's a lot of Copic coloring in this video, so I might play some music to get through some of it. For the daisies, I'm just doing a centered panel. I wasn't sure at the time what I was going to put on the either side of it, but I did know I wanted it in landscape view. So I stamped out 3 daisies and then 2 bumblebees on either side of the main daisy. And I'm not leaving the daisies white. We're going to color them as, what are they called? Brown-Eyed Susans, I think they're called. If somebody remembers the name, comment down below and let me know. And for the second card, I'm doing a portrait view. And it's just going to be the one mama blue jay. That's what I colored her. So she's going to be a blue jay on a branch. So of course I knew I needed to mask her off before I stamped my branches. And I did end up making a mask for those branches as well, because like I said, I ink blended the background. And that was a lot of fussy cutting for those branches. I don't know if I would do that again. So here I'm just deciding how I want the branch to go. I did a lot of work, put a lot of work into this, masking this card, and wait till you guys see what happens. So I needed a nice dark crisp line, so this is where I ran into a problem right here. It's slightly offset, and you guys don't see it, but I ended up having to stamp that whole panel again. I used the back because I was not wasting that sheet of cardstock. And I'm going to stamp my image right onto the card front and make it one-dimensional. So there's a look at how it is before it's colored in. And here I'm putting my branch mask on, my last mask. And I did separate that into 3 pieces so it was easier to cut. And I'm using some Catherine Pooler Tiara ink to ink blend just centered around that branch and the blue jay itself. I was going to use blue, but I thought with the blue jay that would be too much blue. So, and excuse my voice, it's been hot and cold here. Well, not hot, warm like 50s, 60s, and then cold like snowing cold. And it's been a long time since I've seen snow here in May, and I'm really not enjoying it. So now that that's all ink blended, I'm going to start my coloring here and put some music on for you guys. colored, and did you know, when I looked up the colors for a blue jay, it says, I didn't read the whole article, but something about a blue jay not really being blue. So if anybody knows anything about that, comment below and let me know what that was all about. I imagine it has something to do with the trick of the eye and colors as we see them with sunlight. So for the second panel, I'm going to mask those all off, and I went over that with, I believe that's It's a Girl. I know I had it on the screen for you guys, but I was not looking at it. Now I'm going to peel them all off because I love just watching the reveal. And I did not go with the same oranges when I colored this one in. I did variations, so the first two will be YR09, YR04, and I believe YR02. And then I switch off to YR18, YR16, and YR14, I believe. And the center one is a combination of all 6 of those colors. Not all of them, but I picked and chose. I think I did every other petal, so maybe I did do all 6. Every other petal in the grouping of the 3, and then every other petal in between in the grouping of the second 3. And here's a little more music to get you through the rest of this coloring. Every time I watch myself color when I'm doing a voiceover, I start to think that with flowers especially, I really like that white highlight right before I fill it all in with the lightest color. Starting to think maybe I should leave a white highlight. So there is your little peek at the back of my panel there, the messed up side as we'll call it. And I just used some double-sided adhesive to adhere that to a pale blue piece of cardstock as a mat. And then I popped the whole thing up with some foam tape and adhered it to a top folding black A2 size card base. So inside of that I did put "It's your birthday." So a little birdie told me it's your birthday. For the second card, I'm going to take some of this sugar crystal tonic glittered cardstock, and I cut out some scalloped edges with a die from my stash and adhered those to the top and bottom of this panel with my Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. And as I was letting those dry, I was deciding what sentiment I wanted to put on this, so I went with the simple hello from the Oopsy Daisy stamp set. And now I'm using a piece of pattern paper. It's like a green watercolor wash. And I'm going to adhere that right to a white card base. And that's also top folding because I turned it landscape. And now I have that whole centerpiece popped up on foam tape. And I will once again use some Nouveau Deluxe adhesive to adhere the foam tape to the cardstock itself. And this one I will put some gems on. I don't know if I show you that or not though. And the inside says, "Have a beautiful day." and I put a little bee next to it. So there are gems on the blue jay and no gems on the second one. And that's it for this month's video. Stay tuned next month for some fabulous items. Don't forget to sign up Scrappy Tails Crafts on Instagram and see everybody's projects all month long. And we will see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye for now.